So good. So you like the juicing? Is it really exposes the nutrients in the fruits and vegetables, allows your body to absorb it a lot better than doing blending or smoothies. And then even, with common complaint is people are like, well, what do I do with all this pulp? But you can actually do something with the pulp when it comes to cooking or adding it as a topper or feeding it for the birds. So you can end up doing with that kind of stuff. And then I think just like what you said as well, some people will say that the juicing is way too sweet. I think when people hear juicing, they think of like, concentrated apple juice that they end up getting, and it's totally full of sugar. And looking at what you said at the start, you try to focus in on like three quarters vegetables, which tend to be
Right,
lower in sugar. I mean, if you focus more on the leafy ones, and then a
right,
quarter fruit, which tends to be a bit higher in sugar. So it's the juice that you create isn't like kale and tastes very bland and bitter.
right,
There's a bit of the fruits in there to kind of add some sweetness,
right,
but not over the top sweetness.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I like the sweetness, I'll be honest, but I do keep most of it vegetables, and there's just a little sweet to it. Apples and carrots are always great if you whip up a juice and you don't really care for it too well. Throw an apple in or throw a carrot in. They always seem to sweeten it up and give it a better flavor.
Okay.
That's what I found with recipes.
Okay.
Um, and I know you can go all green, and I haven't really tried that go all green yet. I'm thinking about it. And when I talk about all green, just using all vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, but like I said, I like a little sweet, and I don't eat sugar, so my little sweet is my fruit,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I get in my diet,
Okay. And then what?
and that's good.
Uh-huh.
Well, like if you're juicing and you're talking about sweets, use a green apple. It has less sugar in than a red apple, so that makes a difference also.
Okay. That's good. It's good to know. And then what tips do you have people when it comes to getting juicers? Um, what should they look at? Buy when they buy a juicer.
Um, I would say it has to do with the person's budget mostly. And right now my brain is skipping on the three different kinds. Um, but
Expensive, medium, and cheap.
I would say, stay in the medium range. You'll get a good one at that range. And look for buys on them. I mean, Jack LaLanne is not top of the line. Jack LaLanne is probably your first step. If you're starting out juicing and you buy the Jack LaLanne type one, they have them at Costco, probably about $80 at Costco. That's good to start with. If you're starting out and trying it out and you want to find out if it's going to work for you, that's a good one to start out for $80. Then if you're really interested, I step up. I step up to the next one where you get more juice out of the fruit. Actually, when you step up, like the low price range is you get juice out of the fruits and vegetables. But if you step up to the next one, you change how the juicer works, and you get more juice out of it. And then the really expensive ones, really, if you're fighting cancer, that's what you want, is a really expensive one, because it actually extracts more out of the fruits and vegetables, and you get more into your body, the more nutrients into your body. So, and right now I'm at, I really like it. I like it way better over the Jack LaLanne that I started with, because I bought the Jack LaLanne years ago, and I didn't get it for no $80 neither. They were
Uh
kind of expensive in those days.
huh.
So, but I got it, and I've used it a lot actually. But I changed, and I like the step up that I went, and I get more juice out of my produce now. My pulp is drier. I can see the difference there. So, and that's what'll happen with when you go up each step. And
Okay.
who knows? I might go up to the next line next.
Okay, so that's good. I think that was one thing that I was coming across my mind was a lot of people are thinking like juice is going to cost them like $500, $750. But if you're brand new to this and want to kind of try it out, you can get something under $100. I'm looking at here
Yes.
like on Amazon, and you can get something for like $65 just to kind
Right.
of start out. And it's not going to be high performance
Right.
But it's something for you to kind of start out with and see if you like it and if you end up getting benefit from it. And then you can kind of move up from there. When you move up and get better ones, they end up extracting more juice, and then they end up actually drying up the pulp more. So you're actually getting more from the fruits and vegetables. Is that
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Okay. Okay. Now, maybe you can give us two recipes. Maybe you can give us like a nice summertime recipe, since it's, it's summertime right now, and it's, where I'm at in Kelowna, it's crazy hot. Well, crazy hot for us, like 95. So
Woo! You're getting some good
95
weather finally.
in the 30s Celsius.
You're
So
finally getting good weather. That's what I'd say.
yeah.
Yeah. One recipe I just used, I just made a video on, that's going to be put on my blog site, or on my YouTube, is I took a grapefruit, and you just peel the grapefruit and pull it in segments, and I took strawberries, about 3/4 a cup, and you can chop them all up. You juice the grapefruit. The strawberries you throw into your blender with ice. And then you juice after you juice the grapefruit juice, you put it into the blender too, blend it all together and drink it. And that's a good summer drink, quick to fix, and it's really good. Just take, oh gosh, you can just take cantaloupe. Just take a cantaloupe and just juice it, and or watermelon and just juice it. I'm trying to think of a combination I've made lately. And add a mint to it. Mint's always a good addition to add. Pineapple's another one. Oh my gosh, on a summer day, just take a pineapple and just juice it and drink it. Pure juice is very, very good. Summertime juice.
No, that was great. I mean, those are great.
Those
are
are good
examples. Just taking a cantaloupe, taking a watermelon, adding a little bit of mint to kind of add a unique flavor and refreshing flavor. That sounds great. Put it over ice. Sounds awesome.
Here's one that's a slim down one called Limeade Slim Down. This one here has like 4 stalks of celery, 2 apples, and 1 lime. And just juice those. That's a good summer drink too.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Refresh you.
Good.
That's actually a weight loss recipe, so that's a good one if you're trying to keep the weight down. And use those green apples in there instead of the red, and that'll keep the sugar down more.
Awesome. Now, I'm kind of at the end of my questions. Is there anything that you want to leave people with? Anything that I did not ask you about when it comes to juicing, or any final points that you want to leave people with?
I would just suggest juicing benefits everybody. If you get into juicing, you will find the benefits. The American diet it's too much processed food. We eat too much processed food. And they catch up with you. And when you're younger, you don't notice it so much. When you get older, you will notice it. It catches up with you. And for some people, it'll catch up more than others. Obviously, each one of us are different. So if you add juicing to your diet, even if you do it 3 days a week, just have that glass of juice in the morning, and use vegetables to help you out there, because the vegetables, I think, are where you get the most nutrients from. Although fruits are very good too. I'm not going to cross the fruit out, but if you're trying to lose weight and stay in shape and have energy and get those 7 vegetables in a day, I suggest juicing. At least give your body 3 good days of your fruits and vegetables that you need in your daily diet. And it is important to our diet. Very important. It's important for how our kidneys function, our liver function, how our heart function, our digestive system. It's amazing how it really, our body works, and how it needs those vitamins and minerals every day. We've been kind of, like I said, the all-American diet is not for us.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe I'll ask you this one last question. So then how is it different, if I go to the grocery store and I buy like a carton of orange juice, as opposed to me buying fresh oranges and juicing them? How is it different?
Well,
how do they differ?
They have to, they pasteurize it. And they have to, what's the other thing they got to do? They pasteurize it So it takes away from the minerals and vitamins. For one thing, when you juice, there's enzymes in your fruits and vegetables, and when this goes to the store and it's pasteurized, you lose those enzymes. The enzymes are what you need for your body for the good health. And when you juice, you actually want to drink your juice right away, because your enzymes, as soon as you juice it, it's already starting to break down. And you want to catch those as fast as you can and get them in your body, because that's the healing part for you inside you and helping you keep you healthy and strong. And that's why you want to do that. That's why the versus buying a bottle of juice and you making it, the homemade, you're getting the enzymes your body needs. And even if you want to take, like, say you want fresh juice and you want to take it to work, the best thing you can do is add a lemon to it, because lemon slows that down, the process down of losing those enzymes, so that when you have it at noon, say another glass of juice, you're not losing all those enzymes.
Awesome. Okay, that's a great idea. Great. So, I mean, just because you're like drinking apple juice or orange juice out of a carton doesn't mean that you're really juicing. You're losing a lot when it comes to the minerals and those active enzymes that are in the juices.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yep. That's great to know. It's great to know. So it's just kind of summarizing. Starting out juicing, everyone should give it a go, and it's kind of like active experimentation. You've got lots of fruits and vegetables, and you play around with what you like. You don't need to start off with the $800 Cadillac crazy juicer. You can start with the $60 or $80 just to kind of try it out and see. And as you get more into it, the more you invest in the juicer, the more you'll end up getting out of the juicer.
Right.
If you're looking, anyone can benefit from the juicing, and a big thing ends up being health benefits, and you've benefited when it comes to your blood pressure, your heart, your health, and digestive system as well. If it ends up being too sweet for you, you can end up focusing more on the vegetable side of things. And you were saying you go 3/4 veggies, 1/4 fruit, in order to keep things, sweet but not over the top sweet. You gave some awesome recipes to try, some summer ones that would end up being great, and then really kind of highlighting the benefits of like truly juicing as opposed to buying juice from the market or the superstore or whatever. Is there anything else I missed?
I would suggest buying organic as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Buy organic produce as much as possible in juicing. Okay. You get away from chemicals.
Yeah, I get away from the pesticides. That's a great point.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And then just before we wrap up, Georgia, where can people get more information about you?
At www.magicofjuicing.com.
Okay. Awesome.
And also,
so I will, below this video or on this video, on this interview video, I'll end up having a link to Georgia's site where you can get more recipes when it relates to juicing. And also I'll have a link to her blog where she ends up sharing, more information when it comes to juicing and recipes when it relates to juicing. So thank you very much, Georgia, for your time.
Thank you, Rick.
No worries. So thank you, exercisesforinjuries.com readers, viewers, and listeners. I hope you really enjoyed this interview. If you have any suggestions when it comes to topics and interviews that I should do, make sure to swing by exercisesforinjuries.com, hit the contact button, and then you can contact me and let me know if you have ideas or people that I should interview. Also, while you're at exercisesforinjuries.com, enter in your injury or pain. There's a good chance of an article, video, or an interview that'll help you overcome your injury or pain. Secondly, if you're watching this on YouTube, head up above, hit subscribe, and what that'll do is every couple days you'll get a video. It might be an interview like this. It might be a video where I talk about tips and tricks on overcoming injury and pain. Now, lastly, head down below, hit like, and leave myself or Georgia a question. Also down below in the dialog box are those links to get more information on Georgia. So this is Rick Kaselj from exercisesforinjuries.com saying take care and bye-bye.